All right, welcome back to the New Equity Network show. Your host, Michael Yorba, broadcasting to you live from 1160 AM KVCE, DFW's Business Authority. All right, my guest this segment is Barry Lamperd, CEO, Lamperd Less Lethal. Symbol on this stock is LLLI. Barry, welcome to the show. Thanks for being here.
Yes, good morning.
All right, Barry, you have got a company that's been around for quite a while. I think that back in 1969, your father started this company by doing some research. Give us a little background, if you could, on yourself, because you're running the show, and your dad's vision for the company, and bring us up to speed of where you are. We'll get into the products, we'll get into the business model, and then future events for you.
Okay. Well, as I said, my father started the company back in 1969. He was previously military, and we did a lot of work for police-related products for local police and international police development of products, and it was on research grants, and it lasted for many, many years. And I went into the company with my father in the mid-'70s and started actually right from the bottom. So I learned everything from sweeping the floor all the way up. Now, the company's produced and developed over 300 products over the years for military, police, and corrections. The company has a very unique manufacturing license, which I actually got grandfathered to me from my father. You can't get this type of license anymore. The license can give us authorization to manufacture virtually any type of firearm or ammunition or even prohibited devices, as long as they're not nuclear, for any market that we can export to NATO countries. And actually, our federal government has a special program. Even if they're not NATO, we can get permits on approval to almost any country from Canada. Now that's where the company has developed up until this point. Now, we did go public in 2005, actually April of 2005, and expanded our production equipment because previously everything's been research and development. So we've come a long ways to get to that point. So I'm sorry, I should let you ask me some questions here. Go ahead.
Oh, of course, yeah, but I wanted you to give us a background of what you are. Now, Texas recently passed a law and a bill that turned into a law that allows the police here to have body-worn cameras. And I was looking at your website, so it seems to me that what we're seeing is a bigger need for your type of product, the less than lethal product that you're presenting. So give us some of the highlights, if you could, of the products that you see are in demand, that you manufacture, and where you see your industry sector going. And we can talk about a lot of different things as we go forward, but I think one of those things is to hit home with the audience is what you make and what the market is for it and where we're going in that sector.
Okay, right now, as everyone knows, things are not getting easier around the world. They're getting more difficult, and there's riots and various things happening all the time. That seems to be the market with us in the last 2 years, from distributors and different countries that contact us. We make riot shields, we make weapons, protective gear, anything for less lethal, various batons, and the call right now is for cameras and shields. And you brought up cameras. We do produce a camera that's very unique to the market also. Now, our camera has the ability to be turned on from another location, which is an important thing to some countries because they don't want to rely on the officer to turn it on and off. So this is another option that we have. The interest in public order, as I mentioned, is in launchers. Like we produce a launcher that fires tear gas, rubber projectiles, specialized chemicals that are fired from this. And we also have a very unique handgun. Now, it's not a taser. It doesn't compete with taser. It's a different product. It fires similar products as our launcher. It fires tear gas, and it fires rubber projectiles and various applications. But it's only 1.5 pounds, and it can be worn on their vest, protective gear. It's the size of a larger revolver, and it's 20 gauge. Is the caliber.
Yeah, I was going to ask that. Go ahead.
Yeah, and it has the capabilities of taking somebody down at 75 feet away. A lot of officers do not want to get close to some of these people wielding knives and various things, and this has the option to shoot them from either 10 feet or up to 75 feet.
How many rounds in the revolver?
Actually, it's 5.
5. Oh, that's 5 20-gauge rounds, 75-foot range. What does it shoot? What is the projectile that comes out of that?
Okay, that's very unique. We've spent years of developing a new synthetic rubber with Bear Rubber. Obviously, you know who Bear is, mm-hmm. and Lanxess Corporation and DuPont was involved, and the University of Western Ontario, Wayne State in Michigan, and Blyth in Germany. And this material that we have for projectiles is capable of staying consistent down to -50, which is quite a scale. You go from 100 plus 100, actually 150 degrees down to -50, and it stays consistent, and which means that the impact, no matter what part of the world you're in, whether it's cold or the Middle East or whatever, that impact of the device is going to stay consistent. So you can count on the ability of the officer taking this down, no matter where it is.
Okay, now I'm looking at your website, and it says you have munitions ranging anywhere from 9mm, 50 caliber, and impact rounds from 37 to 40 millimeter.
Yes.
That's quite a range. I saw a product that you had there, and it had 4 arms on it that came out. Looks like it came out of a shotgun.
Oh, okay. Four tentacles.
Yeah, 4 tentacles. Thanks.
Yes. Okay, that's our new munition for the 40 caliber launcher, and it's made out of that new synthetic that we developed. And it's very unique because if you're in a crowd situation and you want to keep track of the bad boys, say, and you know some of these guys have been shot, this leaves a very strong imprint of those 4 tentacles, and there isn't another ammunition on the planet that has this same thing. So if he goes to the hospital and complains about this bruise, obviously they have a record that this guy had to be at that situation.
Okay, I got it. So where are you seeing that this industry sector, people are trying to come up with alternative means to just using regular, like slugs in a shotgun or hollow points to stop the bad guys, as you say, to use this? Is this industry sector, where do you see it going? Where do you see the demand for this happening? And is it more pervasive in the United States, or are you seeing outside the borders of the U.S. starting to really move forward on this?
I think that North America has its own market, mm-hmm. and it's been there for a long time. Now it's increased tremendously, and a lot of people have weapons in their homes. And our new small caliber 9mm and their rifle 223 rounds and shotgun rounds are more popular just in the last, I would say, even 2 years in this market. So because most housewives do not want to shoot somebody and have them die on the premises, obviously. Well, and it certainly doesn't look good for the neighbors.
Right.
So we have developed, well, as I say, that synthetic material that can fit in almost any caliber now. We are in production of new molds for high production of small calibers, such as the 9mm and the rifle 223 rounds for home use, and also public order use too. But the trend for home use of less lethal is becoming more prevalent.
I got it. Let's do this. Barry, we've got to go to a commercial break, but when we come back on the other side, I want to talk about the new press release that talks about the tremendous move you've had in revenue stream for your company and a little bit about the business model, okay?
That sounds good.
All right, we'll be back on the other side of this break with Barry Lamperd, CEO, Lamperd Less Lethal, symbol LLLI. You've been listening to Michael Yorba, 1160 AM, KVCE, DFW's Business Authority, on the New Equity Network Show.